me, social media is like one of the worst things out there. Why? Because one, you can't have your own opinion no more. I mean, you can have your own opinion, but you're more likely to have an opinion imposed onto you. You know, say, for example, you go on it this morning, you see so many different posts, you see so many different news articles being posted. However, by the time it's been posted, it's been manipulated. Someone's manipulated it to the point where it suits their agenda. And millions of people see this. Millions of people see this. And then that's when the chit chat starts. And that's when it spreads like a wildfire. That's when everyone sees it and it spreads to different people. And eventually that becomes the truth. However, what you need to realize is that you need to do your own research. When it comes to the news in particular, Palestine versus Israel, all these different wars that are going on, Ukraine versus Russia, you need to actually look into it, look at both sides, look at the history, and come to your own conclusion, rather than having someone else's opinion or a whole conglomerate's opinion imposed onto you. Adding on to that, social media is literally the enemy of productivity. The more time you spend on social media, the less productive you probably are. If you know that you got something else to do, something that you've just been avoiding, something that you just left in a corner, you would much rather go on social media so that you can get that quick dopamine. However, what you don't realize is that you never get that time back. You never get that precious time back. Work now. Go through the pain now so that you can have a more secure future. And not only that, social media is literally the enemy of mental health as well. You're constantly comparing your life to other people's lives. And what tends to happen is that the other lives that you see on social media, they tend to be a facade, a hyper-reality, a fake. They're not actually living like that. And you're striving for that. What you should spend your time on instead is working on yourself, whether that be mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, financial. Just work on yourself. Don't compare your life to other people's lives, because comparison is the thief of joy. It will rob you of your joy because you're constantly comparing your life to a million different people. When as a matter of fact, you should be living one life and that's yours, and you should be trying to make it better every day in any form. And if you use it less, you'll have more focus. Imagine trying to revise, imagine trying to learn something, and you just got that lingering notification right there that just goes off, and it just distracts you. You no longer want to get that work done. Oh, I'll do it later. And you won't do it later. Trust me, if you take a break from social media, watch how your progress goes from 0 to 100. Watch how your focus goes from 0 to 100. You can have it there if you want, you can keep social media there if you want, but trust me, if you take a break, your focus and productivity will go up immensely. Initially, what got me to get rid of my social media was my will to improve myself, especially mentally, because I realized that it really starts from here. Once you get yourself right up here, you can do anything, you can achieve anything. You'll have the right mentality to go into anything, any challenge, and know that you're going to make out the other end a better person. And trust me, I had more time for my meditation. I had more time for my exercise. I had more time to spend with my friends and family. I had more time to do what I wanted to do, my hobbies. And I had more time to actually sort my sleeping schedule out too, and get more sleep overnight, a better quality of sleep, so that I can perform better the next day, or so that I can at least perform the next day without being tired. But trust me, I understand the difficulties. I understand the difficulties of just stopping straight away. So what I suggest you actually do, maybe, is deactivate your account first and foremost. Try 7 days a week without social media, a week without one form of social media, and keep the other one. Therefore you're at least still spending less time than you would have spent if you kept them all. Start small so that you can go big, because I know that the change might be drastic straight away, and you don't want that. Because at that point, you'll just be missing it. You'll just be thinking about it 24/7. So make the small changes so that it can change into a bigger one. Or if deactivating your accounts is too extreme, set time limits at least. Discipline yourself, be strict with yourself when it comes to this, so that you use it less, so that you got more time to take care of yourself, more time to revise, more time to do exercise, more time to read, more time to learn. Trust me, information is key. Information and education is important for the future. It doesn't need to be education as in school, just education as in socially. Education in any form. As long as you're learning, try to learn something new every day. So there are so many other different things that you could be doing other than being on social media every day, and I'm sure you realize that. You could be hiking, you could be spending time with your friends, you could even be going to cinema. As long as you're socializing with friends or family, or just spending time for yourself without overdoing it. So for me, for example, I'm currently reading a book, Malcolm X's autobiography. Really good book, really good read, would highly recommend it. I'm not too far into it, but it's better than being on social media because I'm at least learning something. But of course, you can use social media for the right things. You could use social media to learn about history. You could use social media to learn about the present moment. But of course, if you have too much of something, it could be bad for you. If you have too much water, that could be bad for you. If you have too much sugar, you know that's bad for you. So limit yourself, control it. If you can't control it, maybe delete it, maybe deactivate it. Maybe be really strict with yourself so that you don't take a high dose of it. Of course, there's always that fear of missing out when it comes to social media. You fear that you'll miss out on the trends, you fear that you'll miss out on the news, you fear that you'll miss out on what's going on in the NBA or football, whatever. Whatever in the world, you fear that you might be missing out on it. But trust me, you will have less stress, reduced anxieties. Rather, you can just focus on the present, you can focus on yourself, your health, you can focus on your life. Because no matter what, you're gonna see these things anyway. You're not missing out on anything. You're really not missing out on anything. The only opportunity you miss out on when you're on social media all day is bettering yourself, is potentially living out your best life, living up to your best potential. That's what you're missing out on when you're just on social media constantly. The truth hurts, I know, I understand. At some point, when I got down to the decision of getting rid of social media, I felt terrible. I had that same fear. But I had to be strict with myself so that I can be the best version of myself, not just for me, but my friends, my family, and my tribe, the people that I keep around me, the people that love me, the people that appreciate me, and of course, myself. So put down the phone, spend more time with friends, spend more time with family, read, do what you enjoy, do the hobbies that you enjoy. Work on that side hustle you've been thinking about over the last 2 months, over the last year. You know, more action, less time on the phone, less time on social media. Live your life, don't compare your life to other people's lives, for that's the thief of joy. So truly enjoy your life and love yourself. Love yourself. Do what's best for you. If you know what's best for you, limit the amount of time that you spend on social media and live in the present. It's important, for you never get this time back, this precious time back. You never get it back. But that's it for me today. Have a good day, have a good evening, have a good afternoon, morning, whatever it is. And hey, take care. I'm sending peace and love.